And I was on the very first TFG weekend at this centre, so the one that first came to this centre, and that was when I was in year 8 and I was 12, yes. And up to that point, I'll give you a bit of background. So I come from a Christian family. Well, my mum's Christian. I was brought up going to church, and I always thought myself as a Christian because I'd always gone to church. But coming to Twyford and starting to go to TFG and chaplaincy stuff that was going on there at the time, I realised that what I thought was Christianity, which was to me going to church on a Sunday, wasn't Christianity. Christianity was, there was people there at TFG above me in sixth form who had something I didn't. They were sort of driven by something more than just going to church on a Sunday. So I went on the TFG weekend in year 7 and thought, oh, this is a bit cool, you know, a bit of singing, a bit of dancing, you know, some exciting Bible studies, and we did similar things to what you've done today. But nothing really happened. I sort of went, okay, fine, yeah, I'm still going to church. Then year 8 came along, and I came here, and during that weekend there was just some sort of like essence of, I felt God was sort of, there was something, and I didn't know what it was, and it was sort of, there was a lot of my year group there. I think there was probably about 40 of us, yeah, just nodding, there was about 40 from my year group, so that was quite a lot, all from year 8. We sort of took up an entire coach, with many guitars and things like that, and skateboards were in at that point in time, and it was really cool to be there with so many of my peers. And in the evening on Saturday, so what's coming up now, Jeff gave a talk, and it was all about new life, and he gave an illustration. I'm going to steal your talk.
It's not tonight's talk.
That's not good. So he gave an illustration of an egg. So an egg has a couple of options. It can either just be sat there and go rotten, or it can have been fertilised and turned into a chick. And that's the new life. And Jeff then talked about how Jesus offers us the option to have new life with him. And your school motto is to have life to the full. And I believe that's what Jesus means when he talks about having life to the full. It's having that new life with Jesus. And on this talk, I was sat there listening, and the song came on, I don't know if you know it, Open the Eyes of My Heart, Lord. I want to see you. And I sang this, and I sang it like I'd never sung a worship song before. And at that point we then we just asked God to move on this place. And there was just this atmosphere that was just incredible. It was tangible. You could just see people giving their lives to God, basically. And at that point I just broke down in tears. And Jeff came over and was like, what's up? And I was like, I don't know. I couldn't say what was wrong. You know, my life hadn't been broken. I don't come from a broken family, but I just felt like God was sort of fixing me, which sounds really weird when you don't feel you're broken, but there was just something more. And at that point I said, God, yeah, I believe in this God, the God that is present at church on Sundays, but the God that is so much more than just church at Sundays. It's so much more than just TFG. It's so much more than just chaplaincy. It's a God that is all over the place. And from that point on, my faith became, so my belief in God didn't come from my mum, who was the one who's taking me to church. It became something that I wanted to pursue. So I started going to the Maze, which some of you might go to, down at St John's in Ealing, on my own will. So I was going to some Christian events outside of what my mum had taken me to, and started to discover and push into what that step of me saying, yes, God, I believe in you, and then trying to work out what it meant to follow him, because there's two separate things. Belief is one thing, believing in you, God, I believe that you died on the cross to save me, that I could have new life and life to the full. And then it's following, and that's what discipleship is all about, following Jesus, going where he wants you to go. And we're all on a journey. I think if you speak to any of the leaders here, they'll all say they're still on a journey. You can't ever have it fully sorted. But since that moment, that 10, 11 years ago, when I gave my life to God in this room, I said, I want to believe in you, I believe in you, Jesus. My life has changed radically, I no longer live for myself, and I can talk to God. He's my best friend. I can chat to him whenever I like. There's no protocols to talk to God. You just have a chat, and it's great. And just, I encourage you tonight, when we have these talks in your separate rooms, just be really open. That, you know, that song, "Open the eyes of my heart, Lord, I want to see you." I really ask that you go in with your heart open to listen to what God might want to say to you. Whether you believe in God now or whether you don't, this is a real opportunity in this weekend. You're in a very safe place, you're with friends, and it's an opportunity to really just say, God, you know, I don't know if you exist, I don't know what you are, or yes, God, I do believe in you, but I want to go deeper with you. And I just really encourage you all, wherever you are on that journey of faith, just go this evening with an open heart to listen to what God wants to say to you, because amazing things can happen in this place, and they have. And some of my peers also gave their life to God in this room, and you know, it's a really, really, it's the best decision I've ever made, basically. So, yes, thank you very much.